Yeah!
Here are some tips and recommendations for players that want to acquire exotic rarity gear at level 80. Exotic equipment is easy to obtain and only lacks slightly compared to Ascended. There are multiple avenues to obtain them, whether it's through the trading post, dungeon rewards, PvP reward track, and rare drops in the open world. The trading post will be the quickest way to obtain exotics. However, getting each and every equipment slot filled with level 80 exotics can be costly, and it is not recommended by me. What I do recommend, and most veterans will agree, is to run dungeons that have rewards correlating to the desired stat of your class. For the majority of the classes, Berserker stat is the golden standard. If you're a Mesmer, you might want the more desired assassins. For the dungeons breakdown, 3 dungeons reward Berserker stats: Citadel of Flame in Fireheart Rise, Crucible of Eternity in Mount Maelstrom, and the Ruined City of Ara in Cursed Shore. Make sure to run Explorable mode since it yields more tokens than Story. You can join an Explorable run even if it isn't unlocked for you. As long as the person opening the dungeon has it, you can join the run. While you can run all the Explorable paths in a day to obtain the cap for each dungeon, I would recommend certain paths since they're easier and require less synergy amongst other players. Citadel of Flame Path 1 only takes less than 15 minutes if everyone knows what they're doing. Path 2 takes slightly longer, around 20 minutes, and has harder mechanics, but it's still fairly quick. Crucible of Eternity Path 1 is the shortest of the 3, at less than 20 minutes. However, during the security breach portion, if the party is not coordinated, it can take a lot longer. Path 2 and 3 are around the same length and take around 20 to 25 minutes. These paths don't require as much coordination, so it may be easier than Path 1 in Pugs. The Ruined City of Ara is the least forgiving, with the bosses being more difficult, skippable mobs, and a looking for a group mentality of being mostly experienced players allowed. I would put this dungeon last in farming for tokens. Alternatively, you can opt in to buy a raw path for around 1 to 2 gold total if you do not wish to spend half an hour to an hour running a path. You can also check out my guides in my Guild Wars 2 playlist where I showcase skips and boss mechanics for Path 1 through 3. I even have each boss timestamped. For Assassin's gear, they can only be obtained through crafting. Sorry, Mesmers. I recommend choosing one of the aforementioned dungeons as your PvP reward track. Every time you play games or complete your dailies, you progress into the track that yields 3 weapon boxes and a piece of armor from the respective dungeon. The fastest way would be to farm PvP dailies with friends or guildies in a private arena. However, if that isn't your thing, just PvP normally to obtain it the same way. Do note that by farming it with friends and guildies in a private arena, there is a cap every day. Also, make sure that once you've completed a dungeon track, make sure to restart it, or else it all by default switches to another dungeon or another track. Those are my tips in obtaining exotics in an efficient and cost-effective way. If you enjoyed and found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updated Guild Wars 2 videos, as I cover mostly endgame content of the game. Thanks for watching and take care.